So fellas, today I'm sure you want to know why no contact works so well. If you've done it before, maybe multiple times, and it hasn't worked for you, don't give up. And also don't think it doesn't work, because no contact can work for anybody, any fellas. Most times with women, they want certain things around attention, back to validation. So if it's coming from you or not coming from you, she's gonna notice, okay? All right, so fellas, let's go ahead and jump into it. But give this video a big thumbs up and check out all my links down below, especially my website. All right, fellas, if you think no contact will not work, try this. And the first thing is making sure that the guessing game is applied. Okay, so no contact will work so well, first off, knowing a woman's nature, right? And this is not something that I wrote down. I'm just throwing this in here because for all the people that don't normally watch my channel might want to hear this. So the guessing game is going to be very, very important for you to know how to do it. But it's going to be a game kind of somewhat played. Not that you're doing really much. It's just she's going to be feeling the effects of, well, I don't know. I need to know. Where have you been? You did like me once upon a time. Wait, you were spending money on me. All these types of things. But just backtracking, the simple fact of knowing a woman's nature, knowing that attention really causes them to really look sideways and find it, try to find it, they really want to understand why is it not in front of them right in this moment. So now just understanding a woman's nature. Also understanding that she has this type of connection, as in she looks at you this way. And I'll give you an example in a second, but also knowing she has this type of connection with you will allow you to give no contact the best actions, the best full effect, and then also maybe give you a good understanding on how long you could or you might be waiting to get results, okay? So there's no time period, by the way, but let me just move on to say this. For an example, real quick. When you have no contact work so well because you understand a woman's nature, when you have like something like the guessing game, what you're having this woman understand is that the one connection, and it's not because you guys actually were connected, it's not because you guys were actually together, but the one connection that you guys have, you, not you for sure only, but you and her understand that, okay, well, you wanted this, and the connection was you were willing to do whatever to get this out of her. So she looks so good, you want her. The connection is you're willing to do a lot to get her attention, to get noticed by her. Now, for her sake, I know I'm connected to him, as in he's wanting me. I know what's up already. So this is the part where when you don't understand that, simply just opening the door, or you know what, let me give you a basic compliment is really gonna go over their head, right? But then also understanding that if you don't make these signs or put out signs out there that are not helping you, also when you realize you don't do that, you'll see the benefits, okay? So now let's just talk about the guessing game. If you want, and I haven't used names, well, I have maybe in the recent videos, but I haven't been using names like crazy. So if you have, let's say, a Brittany, new names, kind of. If you have a Brittany or Jessica, the guessing game is going to apply where now the connection happened. Maybe you guys talked, you initiated, you made an approach, you did something where, okay, the guessing game, the connection is going to be like in place to happen. So this is the part where fellas never understand the aspect of once you make any initiation, once you become a part of her life, you are now a part of her life. So not like you're just a random guy walking, right? She can just be in any public area and 50 guys can walk past by and she might not notice, you know? But that connection that's made because you made it clear or you said something is there. Excuse me. I am so sorry, you guys. So gross. I just literally ate and I've been holding my mouth, but talking and trying to do two things at once, not cute. I apologize. So now the guessing game. The connection is applied. So now 50 guys, yeah, walk past by her and she can't notice them. But the difference now is you noticed her, but I mean, she noticed you because what you did. And unfortunately, she might not notice you again because she wants you, wants the attention, but the connection is placed. It's in place. So guessing game is now applied where, well, you did this 1 second, or I know you're willing to. So yes, every woman might, or a lot of women might think, oh, this man is into me, he wants me, or I can get this guy. But unfortunately, a lot of guys get dismissed because they just can't make themselves relevant enough and stay relevant. So becoming a part of her life, as in just, you know, making one approach, making one move, and then disappearing is going to be playing an impact on why, how did it happen? When you just started off showing her emotions, feelings, let's say like that, of, you know what, I want you, I'm into you, and then you disappear, you already placed it in her mind that you are going to be here. You already placed it in her mind that there's no way you can disappear. The process of you guys doing no contact will expose that you are tougher than who you really are, who you presented yourself to be to her, because basically the guessing game is literally getting her to question everything that you were doing before. So yes, the 50 guys that walk past her, they don't really get that much recognition. She doesn't really notice them, right? She's busy, right? This is the part where you guys now have to make approaches, moves. This is the stuff that we know, we see in the modern day. You guys have to do it all nowadays, right? And hey, let me shout out to the 1, 2, 3 girls that, and there's a few more, but that actually will go up to a man strongly and not feel no ways, not feel like, okay, well, I should be intimidated or I can't do this. Obviously, this doesn't happen oftentimes. But however, connection is played. You disappear. You show her something that was never expected. Not only are you now like in her life, like she knows you. This is why most times you guys do no contact, because you guys are in a situation where she knows you, but she's not doing you right. Okay, so now let's just end it at you. Let's say disappear. This is no contact type of thing. Let's say you're gone. Your connection with her is growing because the disappearance, you gone, the emptiness, the void that she might need filled, and plenty of more things. Remember what type of woman you're dealing with, right? So with that all just being said, it's applied. You know, as you know, guys say this too, but apply pressure, right? So it's applied. You're applying pressure as a guy when you step back fully and show that you don't care. So a lot of times when you've been trying to get the attention from her to actually do what it is that you feel like is working or what is supposed to work, then you just step back and you see that, well, why didn't I just do this the whole entire time? But now the reason is really going to just fall down to your emotions, down to basics of, okay, a woman knows once you were attached or you like that or you have interest in her, it's over for you. So she has to just do what she got to do, stay cute, look fine, get finer, and it's going to work in her favor. So back to you guys, though. You guys have it now harder. Yes, and we know this, but it's the toughest part is just stepping away and having her actually understand that she is a guessing game. She is really in full effect in this with you. So I'm gonna leave this to say, to have your questions, ask your questions, but I'll leave this to say that she has to understand that this is real. She has to understand that you're not doing no contact because, okay, well, I need to just get a rise. And that's why a lot of you guys can't even do anything to begin with to get any attention out of her again, or get anything from her, any conversation, any text back. But this is why y'all can't even get out of your feelings, instead to have something like no contact work long term, and then it actually be a legit thing that's working, simply because of the fact that you're really in full effect of avoiding her and not wanting to speak to her no longer. So really, I want y'all to take that you have to make no contact work the best for yourself, but most importantly, you can't fake it. You can't have her play the guessing game and actually, well, first of all, be in the guessing game for long, but actually believe that this guessing game is legit. Like, you're really moved on, you're really focused on yourself, you're really in your bag. You can't have her, you won't have her feel these ways, get in these emotions, when simply this whole entire time, what has it been? You've been showing her mixed emotions, and if it's not mixed emotions, you're fully in. So there's never a guess. There's never a question with a lot of women when it comes to you fellas and what your intentions are or what you actually want from her. So it's very easy for a woman to just overlook you. Already, if she doesn't know you, like I said with the example of 50 guys walking past her, she's not really thinking of anything. She's not really trying to imagine anything. She's not acknowledging you, right? But the second you make yourself noticeable, or she sees maybe something from you, looks your way somehow, right? While you're bossing up, this is how you can become noticeable as well. While you don't show your emotions and you're really invested, all your emotions are to yourself, and you only show when you need to. when you do all those things, you already set the tone. You already actually give her a lot of answers that she really will try to kind of make it seem like, well, it's not like that. So for example, if you start setting the tone, she's gonna start thinking, okay, well, he's not really gonna be staying mad at me. He's really not gonna be the type that doesn't want a girl or never talk to a girl that does this and that, and this is what she does. She's feeling these ways, but the actions will speak louder. So the guessing game, when she really has to literally think about what you said, what really is the issue, when she has to do all that, fellas, what's the answer there? She's stuck. She needs to finish it. So kind of think about it like this. Since we say it's a game so much, unfortunately, for these women, how can this game continue? How can she still want to know more, or kind of be in a place of, well, how can I understand this guy? Or what could I do, better yet, to know what's going on in this guy's mind, or what's really up with this guy? So let me wrap up to say, if you can go ahead and have her just not know anything, and this is where you are actually doing no contact in full effect. I'm not even just talking about you being in your bag, being on your purpose and all that stuff. Just, that part, you're going to just see results. You're going to see things shift in your favor, and you're going to have her really start actually taking more actions. Now, it's going to be baby steps for her, and some women, depending on them, the no contact, you might have to do way longer with her than another woman, of course. Or sometimes you got to say a little bit way less. So let's say this. Sometimes you fellas really do no contact only for a short period of time so you can get your results. But fellas, listen, if you want her back and you want no contact to work for you to get her back, which I'm telling you, do no contact to elevate. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Chances are you're supposed to be doing something to better yourself right now, okay? But once you have her like locked in, and let's just say you have to keep working on yourself and everything, you got to understand, if she comes back into your life and she's trying to test you, which most times it is a test, then you can't fold. You can't basically give her answers or, say so much. You're not already supposed to say anything, right? You already break no contact if you do respond. But the other part would really be, if you are ending no contact now, or let's say you did it, like I said, for the reasons of trying to actually get her to say something, and you had intentions of actually replying. Now, in your case, might be, do not say too much. Do not blow your cover for the guys that are capping, but actually moving on. Obviously, maybe you're just doing no contact to do it. But however, you got to understand that you're supposed to be really, like I said, really showing that this is genuinely how you feel. This is what you are genuinely going through with your no contact, and you're not speaking to her due to these reasons. And if she comes back, you're not going to, let me say it like that, she's not going to get it easy or easier. Okay, so, whatever it was before with you and her, or whatever, you're trying to get out of her, you can control a lot of the situation. You can control a lot of these situations by telling her nothing, by telling her, you know what, I'm not really into you no more. And then still maybe do no contact 2-3 more months later on and see how much it really works. So it's going to be strategies that you apply in the process, but really no contact is basic. It's just following it. It's harder because you got to really have a lot of control, fellas. And as a man, it's really in you. You're supposed to have it, want it, put it to full effect to have control, especially over your feelings already, but just control. Like in this situation, a lot of times too, where you guys are stuck in doing no contact or do no contact, most times she was the one that was in control, and you guys might have lost complete full control. Yeah. It goes like that sometimes, there's no other way sometimes with some women as well, right? If she constantly thinks that she's always right, how could you even want to ever end no contact, right? So just remember, pick wisely, choose wisely, but most definitely, fellas, the things that you can do out here, you guys can do. Make it to be known, and don't act like it's not available, especially specifically for you. Okay, any fella can do it, and most importantly, it could be you. If it's not you, it's gonna be the next guy that understands to do it. Okay, so I'll leave this video at this. I really hope it was helpful. I do have more to say per usual, but I kind of haven't really said too much about no contact recently, so I'm bringing it back a bit, and then I'm gonna also do my part 2s. Well, it's not really part 2s at this point, but just do my elaborations and other videos on this topic. Okay, so please, like I said, let me know if you want that, other videos you would like to see. Check out my website, and lastly, fellas, if you haven't already, giving me a big thumbs up. Okay, thanks. Now, ready? Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, y'all.